The United States Treasury has to buy silver mine in America for $3 an ounce. I drafted the law. I helped to pass it.
Yes, and you took advantage of it.
Oh, no, I didn't have the imagination for that, nor the stomach.
You were part of the whole thing. You headed up the whole organization. Your name's on everything.
Yes, you saw to that. This whole thing's a fraud. The mine, this town, and me. And I have no excuse. After 40 years of public service, I was only concerned for myself, not for my country.
Colonel, have you any idea what this fraud has cost me?
Yes, Mr. Tribolette. Why don't you make out a complaint in triplicate?
Well, I reckon them fellers will be making horsehair bridles and wearing striped breeches for a long time to come.
Yeah, you know, I kind of hope they go easy on the senator.
Well, she's going to be a ghost town again. You can give her back to the Indians.
Yeah, unless they find some other way of cheating no matter what they got.
Amen, brother.
There it is, boys. Let's show them how we feel about folks that try to teach the Apache to read and write.
And count.
Yeah, and especially count. How are we going to do any decent trading with Indians that can count?
You two take the school, we'll take the store.
Who are you?
What do you want?
Want to teach you a lesson, Indian lover.
Now you get out of here and stay out. And don't ever come back.
You better get out while you still can. Because if you don't, we'll be coming back.
He won't be doing business for a while.
Come on. Let's go.
Hondo.
happened, man? Wilma, she's inside. Hurt bad.
You did it, Matt.
I couldn't tell. 4 men. The faces were covered.
Well, we better get her to a doctor.
We can use the wagon.
All right.
Needs a doctor. You heading to Fort Lowell?
That's right.
Well, that stagecoach is faster than this wagon.
Put her on this seat.
I'm going back and see if I can pick up their trail.
See you later, Matt.
Right or easy.
Keep.
Are you all right?
Yes.
What are you doing here?
We come back to help. The Hendrickses are good to us.
Yeah, well, you better stay away from here. Whoever did this is liable to drop around again. Go on, beat it. Son? I'm sorry. I'll let you know when the Hendrickses come back. What do you got, Sam? Well, that looks like it, Sam. If we could just find the fellow this belongs to.
Someone get Dr. Paul.
Excuse me.
Stand back, folks. Give him some room.
Yes, monsieur will take her quickly to my place. This way.
Here you are, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir?
You're big for your age, aren't you?
Huh?
I'm your grandfather, Johnny.
My grandpa? My grandpa.
Yes, and I've come all the way from Boston just to see you.
Mr. Dow?
Hello, Angie.
Well, I had no idea you were coming.
Ed sent me a tintype when you were married, but you're much prettier. Ed and I weren't as close as I would have liked. The suddenness of his death, when your letter came, he was my only son.
I understand.
That not being here for his funeral, at least now I can visit his grave.
Of course. Well, you must be exhausted from your long trip. Why don't you come into the back? Maybe you'd like to freshen up.
Thank you, I would.
I'll take it, Grandpa.
All right, Johnny.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Dow. I mean, Grandpa.
You're welcome, Johnny.
Can I go shoot the buffalo?
Don't be long.
Well, I'd like to give him a great deal more.
You couldn't be happier.
You and Johnny are the only family I have now. I'm a wealthy man, Angie. I'd like to take you both back to Boston and share that wealth.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dow. I know it's hard for you to understand. It's like another world. But this is a good life. And Johnny's growing up just the way I want him to.
Well, I won't conceal that I'm deeply disappointed, but if that's the way you want it, why, I'll have to accept it. Well, at least let me help in the way I can. Financially.
Well, if we need anything, I'll let you know.
But I'd like to see Ed's grave as soon as possible.
Of course.
She tore this from one of the men.
I know Mr. Hendricks is in to see me. He's going back out there today.
And you're letting him?
Well, what do you suggest I do? Throw him in the guardhouse?
Talk him out of it.
It's his decision.
Look, Captain, those men will be back.
What men? You don't know who they are. You didn't see anyone. You didn't find any trails.
Captain, that's a trading post. There's a dozen different trails around it.
That leaves us nowhere with nothing.
Not exactly. If they want to get rid of the Hendrickses, most likely they're traders. They kind of don't like to deal with educated Indians.
Well, that narrows it down considerably, doesn't it? Mr. Lane, there's at least 50 traders in this area alone.
Oh, it narrows it down more than that, Captain, to the man that owns this. I'm going to see Doc Paul as soon as Mrs. Hendricks is fit to talk.
You know why they buried your father so far from town?
I guess they just bury people where they die out here, Grandpa.
Did they find the Indian who killed him?
No, he got away. It's all right, Grandpa. That's Victoria.
Vitoro?
He's an Apache chief. Comes here sometimes to visit his daughter's grave.
An Indian woman is buried there?
A beautiful Indian lady. Did you know Victoria has more scalps than any other Chiricahua?
And he's your friend?
Well, that was before the treaty, Grandpa. Him and Murata used to go hunting.
And Murato?
He's my special friend. He knows all about them. A mountain lion's up there.
Where?
Well, you can't see him, but Emperado showed me his cave. He has a mate and 2 cubs. He sleeps all day. She does the hunting.
Did Emperado tell you that, too?
Sure. Emperado tells me lots of things about animals, and ways to find water, and how to keep from getting lost.
He seems like quite a man. I'd like to meet this friend of yours.
You will, Grandpa. When he's at the fort, he comes for supper.
Good.
I can't imagine who'd do a thing like that to the Hendrickses.
You seen anyone around missing this lately?
No, I ain't. Why don't you try Miss Marnie, see if she done any mending for anybody?
No, I already did.
How's Mrs. Hendricks?
Well, she hasn't come to yet.
I expect she'll be all right.
Doc thinks so. I'd sure like to know who busted up their place. Seen anything of Red Henderson and brothers lately?
Oh, it couldn't be the Hendersons. They're plumb up north in Colorado.
Get that ugly mongrel out of my way.
Shut up, Sam.
I still don't trust him.
Looks like he don't trust you neither.
If you get him out of my way, or I'm gonna blow his head off.
Why don't you just run over to the bar here and have a drink? I'll forget what you said.
The argument is over. You're welcome.
Come on, Sam.
Didn't think I'd be running into you again so soon.
Well, I guess sooner or later everybody passes through here.
You look like you could use a drink. I know I could.
Oh, thanks. I think I had my fill. Maybe some other time.
Rock and rye, please.
Sorry, all I have is straight whiskey.
All right, whiskey.
Excuse me. My name's Victor Tribolette. Now, I know I haven't seen you here before, but somehow you remind me of someone.
They say my son resembled me quite a bit. I'm Ben Dow.
Ed Dow's father, of course. That's too bad about Ed.
Mr. Tribolette, have they done anything about that Indian?
Indian?
The one who killed Ed. My daughter-in-law wrote me about it.
Well, I suppose she had her reasons for writing you a thing like that.
What do you mean?
No offense, Mr. Dow. It's just that everyone around here knows who shot your son. The man you just invited to have a drink. Hondo Lane.
Mr. Dow, what's wrong?
My son's grave. Hidden out there in the desert. But now I know why you're trying to hide it. It wasn't the Indians, was it?
Yes, it was. The other man... I mean, the rest of it, it was an accident. No one's to blame. Oh, I wish I could make you understand.
Try. Go ahead. You're good at explanations.
Mommy, can Embarado stay for supper?
Well, I don't know.
Please, he has to go pretty soon. Maybe today.
Well, maybe. You go pick some berries for supper.
Now, Mom.
Yes, now, Johnny. Now.
See you later, Embarado.
Hondo Lane. Embarado.
I tried to tell him about Ed.
She might have gotten away with it, too. But there are decent people in this place.
Gotten away with what?
Hiding my son's murderer. What kind of a woman are you? Carrying on with him. Letting Johnny idolize him.
That's about enough.
Was it planned? Were you in it together?
No.
Mr. Dow, there's never been anything between Angie and myself.
Of course not.
She's a good woman. She's been through a lot. Leave her alone.
So that's why you didn't want to leave here.
That's not true.
Well, Johnny is still my grandson, and thank the Lord I'm here to protect him against both of you. There are laws, even out here, when a child like that is concerned.
Oh, no! You can't take Johnny.
Angie, take it easy.
But Ed told me about him. When he wants something, he's blind to everything else. That's why Ed ran away.
He's not in Boston now.
But he can hire lawyers. The best.
No judge would take Johnny away without giving him a full hearing. If it came to that, he'd lose.
But then the truth would have to come out about Ed. That he tried to kill you. I'm thinking of Johnny. What it would do to him if he found it out like this.
Angie, you know what I think about that. Sooner or later, he's going to have to find out anyway. And so will Mr. Dow.
Maybe not. He has his pride. Let him keep his memories.
It's not a memory he wants, it's Johnny.
Hey, Hondo. Doing a little drinking?
More thinking than drinking, I guess.
Feel like some company?
Nope.
Adios, brother.
Come on, Sam. My name is Lane. Are you two all right?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Lane. My name's Angie Dow. This is Johnny.
We'll have to camp here tonight. I'll ride your wagon. Something I don't understand, Mrs. Dow.
What?
What you and that boy are doing alone in Indian country.
My husband runs the store at Fort Lowell. He was away, and I promised to take some supplies to the relay station just west of here. Some troopers escorted us as far as the station, but they had to keep going. I was sure it was safe to go back alone.
Nice to be sure.
You seem to know a great deal about the Apaches.
I do.
I suppose you would learn fighting.
Partly fighting them, partly living with them.
You lived with the Apaches?
When you're married to one, it's better to live with her than to have her live with you.
You have an Indian wife?
Wife, squaw. I had one. The start, he's dead.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so am I.
No. You haven't heard the last from me, Mr. Gunman.
Did you say something, Ed?
Yeah, I said something.
Well, what is it?
Never mind. You'll find out what is it. You'll find out when I get ready to tell you.
All right, Ed. I'm going to sleep. I'm tired.
Were you tired last night, too?
You're drunk.
Yeah, I'm drunk. I'm drunk, and you don't like the smell of whiskey.
Good night.
Mrs. Dow, what did he smell like? You're gonna smell dead, Mr. Hondo Lane.
Now's our chance. That suits me before he gets too deep into Indian country. Hey, Dow. We split 50-50, right?
That's what I said.
There wasn't anything else I could do.
You wanted the money.
That Dodger's no good. I've been pardoned. Now I've got to tell a boy I killed his father.
He's my son. I'll tell him in my own way.
Circuit judge isn't due here until the 20th.
But that's 3 weeks from now. I wasn't planning to stay that long.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dow.
Well, certainly there's something you can do about it.
No, not a thing. I have no authority over civil legal matters.
It's a fine country, where the welfare of my grandson depends upon the convenience of a gypsy judge.
Thanks, Mr. Tribble.
You know, Selby, I'm curious about something. Why did Hondo's dog go after you?
Well, me and the boys paid the Hendricks trading post a little visit.
Yes. I heard they'd been visited.
Well, Mr. Tribble, they were ruining our business with the inn.
I understand completely. I do a little trading myself. But that still doesn't answer my question. Why did the dog attack you?
Well, the Hendricks woman tore a button off the cell's jacket.
Yeah, Hondo was fooling with it when we came in. I guess his hound smelled it and then got a smell of me.
There's no button off your jacket.
That's because I had sense enough to stash the other jacket out at our cabin.
Good. Well, now maybe you can do some dealing with the Indians. Get me some decent buffalo hides.
Yeah, as soon as you get us some decent trading whiskey.
I'll have my boys drop it off for you at Big Rock right away.
That's all we're waiting for.
Now, suppose the Hendricks couple decide to come back.
Now, that'd be a shame.
Whiskey? Where is the nearest sheriff from here?
Sheriff? Tucson. It's about 2 days' ride.
I'll have that whiskey.
Mr. Dow, someone giving you trouble?
It's this miserable country. No laws, no courts when you need them.
Well, I don't know what your grievance is. When you live out here, you manage to find shortcuts.
It's my grandson. He doesn't belong here. But I can't wait for that judge to come along so I can get legal custody of him.
Well, Mr. Dow, if it were my grandson, I'd certainly do what has to be done before it's too late.
Too late?
Hondo Lane has that boy and his mother wrapped around his finger. Now, if they should decide to get married, he'll take over the business, the boy, and everything.
Well, that settles it. Judge or no judge, I've got to get that boy away from those two.
I have some associates who have a cabin hidden away in the hills beyond here. Now, I'm sure for the proper inducement, they'd be happy to have that boy there waiting for you.
Mr. Trivelette, what do you expect to get out of this?
I'll be quite honest with you, Mr. Dow. I've tried for some time to buy that store from your daughter-in-law, without success.
I've got to get that boy out of here. I don't want him harmed in any way.
Mr. Dow, we both have the same interest at heart.
I wish I could be more helpful. But they all wore masks. Maybe Matt remembers something.
But, madame, your husband went back to your store just a little while ago.
Alone?
Oui? He said it must be done. Now, you must not become alarmed. He'll come back to get you, huh?
Is there anything else, Mrs. Hendricks? Anything at all?
How can I even think clearly?
Well, you've got to try.
One of the men, I can't even describe him, but he called the other one something like Cell.
Was this Cell a big man?
Big? Well, yes, bigger than the other one. Do you know who he is?
Mrs. Hendricks, I think I do. How long has Selby been gone?
Bartender at the cantina said about an hour.
You want to take some troopers with you?
I think I can trail them better by myself.
Yeah, maybe you're right. See if you can find out where they hole up.
All right.
Oh, Mr. Lane. Mrs. Dow's father-in-law was in to see me. I guess you know what that's all about.
I do.
Well, I hope everything works out all right.
Oh, thanks, Captain. So do I.
Sergeant.
Yes, sir?
Take some men out to the trading post. See if Mr. Hendricks is all right.
Let's go.
Buffalo?
Howdy, Angie.
Buffalo, have you seen Johnny?
No, I ain't. Is he missing or something?
Well, he should have been back hours ago.
Well, where'd he go?
The Huckleberry Patch?
Oh, well, I wouldn't worry about him. Now, you know how kids are. He's probably trailing some lizard to his lair. I'll go look for him for you.
Thanks, Buffalo.
Hondo, Johnny's been took.
What?
Yeah, I found the basket where he was up picking berries and all, but there was prints of a couple of men, but they didn't leave no tracks. I knowed you was on the job, but Angie's plumb out of her mind with fretting.
Ben Down still with the fort?
He was when I left.
Come on, I'm gonna go shake the truth out of
Well,
him.
what about Selby?
Forget about him. He can't leave the territory, but Johnny might.
remember, you can't get nothing out of no dead man.
Where's Johnny?
Captain Richards already knows. I had nothing to do with it. Ask the bartender.
That's right. Mr. Dow was here all the time.
And I was with him, Mr. Lane.
Well, you don't act worried enough. Johnny, your only grandson is missing, and you just sit here.
And why are you so worried? The man who killed my son!
You can't treat him like that! Mr. Lane!
Sergeant McCall and his men just found Matt Hendricks' body at the trading post. The place is burned to the ground.
I'm sorry.
Selby could have done it. Now, you were tracking Selby, but you disobeyed orders and came back here. Now, just for the record, Mr. Lane, what's your excuse?
For the record, I'm not giving any. You figure I made the wrong choice by not following Selby. The way things turned out, no matter what I did, it would have been wrong. One thing is sure, talking about it won't bring Johnny back.
I'm terminating your orders right now as a civilian scout. And I'm sending a full report to Colonel Crook.
All right.
Don't blame yourself for Matt. If anyone's guilty, it's me for sending for you.
Nobody ever bent me the way I didn't want to go. I'm gonna ride out and find Johnny.
Now, hold on, Hondo. That's awful big country out there. There ain't nothing but sand and cactus. A fella could poke around for days. Why don't you wait here for Ben Dow to make his move?
He won't if he knows he's being followed.
Well, supposing Johnny's already on his way out of the territory.
My way, he won't get far. Angie, you got something that belongs to Johnny, a shirt maybe?
Now, what do you want his shirt for?
I'll let Sam sniff it.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Stay here at the fort, keep an eye on Ben Dow. If he moves, follow him. The trail might be cold, but Sam will be able to pick it up. There you go, Sam. Go find Johnny. What is it, Sam? That's Johnny's yo-yo. Well, you got a good nose, Sam. Just keep using it.
They said that you told him to bring me here, Grandpa.
It's going to be all right, Johnny. You're going back to Boston with me.
But I don't want to go. I want to stay with Mommy.
Well, your mommy will join us later.
All right, now we've done our part. What about yours?
Not right now.
Rhoda, take this kid outside. It's Bridger and Gavin.
What are they doing here?
Well, that's a little side money. Where you been?
Taking care of Hendricks.
You can forget about the trading post.
Grandpa, they're your friends?
Come on, take the kid outside.
I warn you. Easy with him.
Gentle as a little lamb.
No, Grandpa. No, Grandpa. I don't want to go with you. I want to go home.
It's for your own good, Johnny. Your own good.
No, no, Grandpa.
500. It's all there.
All right. That's good for openers.
What?
Mr. Dow, you're a rich man. I'm sure the kid's worth a lot more than that to you.
I should have expected as much. For murderers, thieves.
Now, Mr. Dow, that's no way to talk. You know, we've done business with your family before. Ed never made no bones about taking advantage of a little situation like this.
My son was an honorable man. He wouldn't spit on your kind.
Bridger, tell him.
Well, he ran with us, he dealt with us, and he split everything right down the middle.
Not my son! Not Ed!
Come on, Dow! Come on! How do you think he got killed? He got an arrow in the back and a bullet in his gut trying to bushwhack Hondo.
If it wasn't for the money, I'd tan your hide. Now you stay there. What are you doing with the rock? Come on, give me the rock. Give me the rock. Give me the rock!
Easy breather, I'll blow your head off. Johnny Buffalo's behind that corral over there.
Let's go. Stay in there.
Call those men out here.
Selby! Gavin! Bridger! Come on out!
Now, where'd he go?
Come out in the open and throw your guns down.
better get you back to your mother. I don't know what to say. Well, maybe it's this country. Good and bad, all mixed up.
Well, sooner or later they sort out, Mr. Dell.
Come on, Johnny.
All right, Sam, bring him along.
Mr. Dow, I don't know how to thank you. I mean, the children.
Mrs. Hendricks, making it possible for you to rebuild was no great hardship for me. It's people like you who make the real sacrifice.
Matt made the sacrifice. But without you, it would have been for nothing.
It's the least I could do. Good luck.
Thank you.
Johnny, you take good care of your mother here.
I will, Grandpa.
Boy.
Bye, Mr. Dow.
Keep your eye on both of them for me. Imperato.
That letter to Colonel Crook.
Well, you never know, you might need it someday.
Yeah? I thought I might make up a form letter just in case.
Doggone it. Will you look at that thing, Hondo? I can't make it do nothing. You take it from me, these here ho-hos ain't never gonna catch on.
Yo-yos, Uncle Buffalo.
Well, yo-yo, ho-ho, you take it. I don't want it.
Yeah, seems to work, all right.
Thank you.